Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome from her own living room is your host of Compare, it is Carly Smallman!
Trying to make you do stuff at home. Can I get a ooh? Can I get a drink? We have got the wonderful Suzy Bennett. We've got Alyssa, and we have got blinding lineup that we've got for you this evening. For those of you who haven't been with us before, thank you for joining. For those of you who have, thank you for coming back. We are Bring Your Own Baby comedy doing lockdown laughs. Oh, okay. Oh dear, we've got no sound. Comment.
We're having a few technical issues at the moment, everybody. We will be with you shortly. Hold on 1 second. Right, just talk for me a minute now, Carly. Yeah.
Should I talk? Is it working?
Just talk a bit.
It's back. Someone say it's back.
It's back.
Can you hear
there we
me?
go. I think we're back.
Amazing. Are we back? Fantastic. I'll just keep talking. Let's start again. Let's start in the comments box. First of all, can you hear me? Do you know what? This is very ironic because I feel like I've been talking to myself for weeks now. And I go online to actually talk to real people. And it turns out, once again, I'm just talking to myself. So welcome. I'll just repeat that. I'll repeat it. Welcome to Lockdown Laughs for Parents. How are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have been with us before, thank you so much for coming back. If it's your first time, thank you for joining us for the first time. My name is Carly Smallman. I am your host and compere, and we have got a wonderful evening of comedy for you to enjoy, sat on your bums in your own houses. Make sure you've got a drink from the fridge, people, because our show's going to last about an hour and it's going to be absolutely cracking. We have got comedy from Suzy Bennett, from Alyssa, and from Carl Donnelly, and we're going to have a bloody lovely time. This is a treat for you parents, mums and dads at home. Please get in the comments box. Let me know where you are. Let me know who you're locked down with, how old your kids are, but most importantly, and especially for those of you who have been with us before, how you doing, hun? You okay, hun? I thought I was okay, but it turns out that I spend a lot of my time just drinking. So apparently that's a telltale sign. We're going to have a brilliant time. This is going to be comedy for you, the grown-ups. We're not going to be talking to you about that little fucker Peppa Pig or that bloody little bastard, what's his, Sam and Holly? Are they Holly and Sam? I think it's Holly and Sam. I'm confused. I've heard too much. Oh, I tell you who I fucking hate. Paw Patrol. Comment in the comments box if you fucking hate Paw Patrol, because I'm with you there on that. Yes, we are grown-up comedy. We are going to be swearing. Ha ha! I'm very excited to be sitting here swearing to you this evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be doing all different types of comedy, broad range of subjects for you to enjoy, to keep you laughing through lockdown, and hopefully we're going to have a brilliant evening. What's been going on with me? Ladies and gentlemen, I arranged an online date via FaceTime. This is a thing now, so people are, and guess fucking what? The guy who I arranged a date with cancelled the date because he said he was too busy. I mean, if that is not a smack in the face, I was thinking to myself, I know full well you're not busy, mate. We're on lockdown. You can't pretend to be anywhere else this evening. I know where the hell you are. So that was a bit of a setback. So that's what I'd be doing. I'm trying to find true love on lockdown. And I've written a song. That I want to open the show with because loads of you commented last week that you enjoyed having a song to start the proceedings. So I am never one to disappoint. I am nothing if not a people pleaser, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to start by singing a little song. This song I wrote a while ago. Can we hear that in the studio, John? Wonderful. John's talking in my ears again. Do you remember him from a couple of weeks ago? That creepy northern man. I've got a creepy northern man in my ear. That's how we roll here. It's almost, you should hear he's talking about his dick now. John, stop it. No, he's not really. I've written a song about, so I never know what to put. Please put a comment in the comments box if you met your partner online, by the way. I'd love to hear which websites or apps you used so that I can steal your tips. So I've written a song. It's what I decided to put on my profile on my online dating thing because I don't know what to say. I don't know about you. I can talk and talk and talk on my own into a webcam, but when it comes to finding true love, I get a bit tongue-tied. So this is a song that I have written. I've played this in many a comedy club, and I'm very, very excited to be reviving it for one night only in my dining room. So I hope you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, I'm very sorry. Thank you for reading my profile. I'm a comedian for my job. My hobbies include baking. Take this out so I can't hear myself. And telling teenagers to fuck off. My soulmate is out there and I know he's waiting for me. I long to feel his touch. And I'm not asking for all that much. Every single day, he should buy me flowers in a big bouquet. Then go down on me for hours. He'll work up in the city. He'll wear a fancy suit. He'll always listen to me when I talk. In fact, he'll just be a mute. He'll have the body of a god and a spirit that can't be tamed. I don't even care if he voted for Brexit, as long as he now feels ashamed. That was a horrible relevance today. I long to feel his touch. And I'm not asking for all that much. He'd love me the most because his life I just completed. If I pick my nose, he would even eat it. He'll give me foot massages. He'll be cute and clever and kind. He'll always tell me I look so skinny, 'cause he'll be registered as blind. He'd make me laugh and he'd be there if I called. I don't even care if he's a racist, as long as he's not bald. Sorry if I've offended any bald viewers tonight, or racist viewers. I long to feel his touch, and I'm not asking for all that much. So if you fit the bill, then please get in touch. And if not, I'll let you make me come, then buy me brunch. Whoa, yeah! Song about coming and brunch, two of my favourite hobbies. And ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed being serenaded by me, I would really appreciate if you could donate. We've got our PayPal going on the bottom. All of the money that you guys kindly donate this evening will be getting split between our acts this evening, because we cannot go out there to entertain you. So we're having to entertain you from our houses. We are part of the unfortunate unemployed, and it would be amazing if we could raise enough money to make sure that each act can get a nice bottle of wine and a takeaway at least. So let's try and do that for them this evening. If you're still in work, please do give us a little donation on our PayPal, and I will shout you out. I will shout you out, motherfuckers. I'm really excited. We're going to have a brilliant time. This is going to be an excellent show. Ladies and gentlemen, shall I introduce our first comedian? Why not? We're doing this. Her name is Suzy Bennett. She's one of my absolute favourite acts. I want you to actually clap when she comes on, if that's right. Is that too much to ask? Just do a little clap or give me a little applause emoji in the box. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the screen.
Hello, I'm Suzy Bennett. This is my bedroom. This is my boudoir. This is where the magic happens. By magic, I mean watching Columbo DVDs, frankly, nothing else. A lot of people have been doing these online gigs. They've always got a microphone, and I don't have one. I've got a remote control. I could pretend that I could use this, which is definitely a hair tongue and not anything else, honest. But I think I'm just going to go freewheeling with the hands. This is interesting to do this, isn't it? I mean, we're all in our homes and being comfortable. I'm literally wearing a kimono. I apologise for that. I have put makeup on, so you are welcome, but I haven't put deodorant on because what's the point? Seriously. I've let myself go a bit. I've decided to make a little effort for you today because I've come across this. And I just thought, I'm not going to get to wear this, so I'm going to just wear it for you guys because, you know, you deserve it. And, you know, it'll just make me look slightly more glam, like I'm at a wedding. But why not? Put some makeup on, put some jewellery on and just film yourself from here up, because let's be honest, it's all gone a bit wrong down there. Nothing fits me anymore. I've just been sitting around snacking, and I'm a bit scared when I have to go back to slimming work because I've been doing the online weigh-ins, and it's very easy to lie when you're doing online weigh-ins. So I've just been, every week I've been like, oh, I've lost 2 pounds this week, yay. But to throw them off the scent, you do have to pop in a gain now and again, just a £0.5 pound gain, or stay the same, just to, you know, don't look too suspicious. So I'm not sure what to do when I have to go back. I might have to just fake my own death, to be honest. I've been doing that quite a lot lately because I'm self-isolating with my mum, and she wrote me a note to get me off Joe Wick's PE, so that's quite good. But I've not been very active, and I feel a bit bad about the 99-year-old man who's been doing all that walking, and I thought, well, I maybe should start moving more. So I've been doing some sit-ups in the living room. By sit-ups, I mean I've put my crisps slightly further away from me, so I have to kind of reach for it. So that's a bit like a sit-up, right? You've got to do little bits here and there. My neighbours have got a swing ball, which I'm very jealous of. You know that lovely sound of the swing ball, the tennis ball popping against the little bat. I haven't got one, and I'm on a budget. So what I've done is I've got a rotary washing line. So I've tied that together, and I've popped a pair of tights on the end and one of those little plastic laundry balls. So I've popped that in, and I'll be doing that with a saucepan. So top tip, guys, money saving tip. I've got loads of top tips. I'm sure we're all doing a lot of sitting around on Netflix and chilling, and I've normally do it in a slanket. I love a slanket. It's a blanket with sleeves on it, right? But I found that if you put your dressing gown on backwards like this, you can sit there and keep nice and snug, and it is like a slanket. And if you're lucky enough to have a hood, it acts like a little snack pouch. So you could pop your crisps or your popcorn in there, pepperammies, whatever your bag is, pop them in there, and it's like a little snack pouch, so you can just eat like that. Top tip. I have got one person with me. I've got Wilson. He's my buddy, my little lockdown buddy. Did I mention I was single, or did it become apparent? Yes, I'm a single woman. I mean, if I wasn't a single woman, would I have a pair of knickers with I Heart Columbo on it? And that's another story for you. So yeah, I've been enjoying some online romance, actually. I've had a gentleman message me, and it's a bit of a whirlwind. He messaged me and told me I was beautiful, and we've been getting to know each other. Unfortunately, he doesn't live near me. He's in the Marines in the US. Yeah, he's gorgeous. He sends me lots of photos. He looks like a model. He's got lovely silver hair and very, very tanned. In fact, some of his pictures, he does look like an actual model. But he, you know, he's in the Marines, and he's on this like top secret mission, so he can't video call me. So we've just been sending photos. And but I've never known a man to show me so much attention. He asks me lots of questions about myself. He really shows an interest. The other day he was asking what my mum's maiden name was and what was my first pet and stuff. So it's really nice. He just really likes to get to know me. Is he leaving the Marines quite soon, actually, and that's when he gets his Marines pension. So at the moment he hasn't got any money, so I've been sort of helping him out, because he wants to book a flight over and stuff. So after that we'll go and live in his mansion. How exciting. So you know, I won't be in Devon for much longer. Those of you who are not aware of Devon, I mean, I'm in Plymouth, which is a navy town. This is my accent. I'm actually talking posh for you today, but I'm a bit of I'm like a female Hagrid normally. But I've got this lovely swimming pool. This is the place I normally go to in the summer, so I'm hoping that opens, because it's my favourite. It's a seawater pool, and it's so cold, right, that when you jump in, it's like instant liposuction. Everything just shrinks up. So it's like, oh, so cold. You're like, quick, take a photo. I look amazing. Because my self-esteem was a bit bad because of Love Island last year, and I was thinking, right, I'll try and lose weight for next year, and that just never happens, does it? And And I think, to be honest with you, Love Island's not very realistic. I think they should film Love Island somewhere like here, Plymouth, and people like me in my Asda tummy control swimsuit, you know. You know the ones with the cutaway bits where you can see the flesh, and in Love Island when they sit down, all the flesh stays there. I think, you know, in this one, you'll sit down and all the flab will pop out and all your snacks that you've been putting in the crevices will all pop out. And, you know, I think I'd like to watch a Love Island with more, like, realistic people, you know, people with cellulite, people with body hair. That reminds me, I've been growing my armpit hair in lockdown because I decided I needed something to stand up for. I needed a cause to believe in and a goal. So I've decided to not shave my armpit hair until Cineworld reopens. Excellent. Yeah, but in Love Lido, which is going to be set in Plymouth, I've decided there'll be people like me, and I'll be straddling a flamingo inflatable, deep throating a calippo and not giving a shit about me cellulite and loving life. And I'll go for a walk down the beach and come back and ask for some Vaseline for me chub rub, because they don't have chub rub on Love Island, do they? I've noticed. And I'll be like, I've got a text, and it'll be from Domino's. That'll be the Love Island I want to see next year. But until then, I'm just staying in Netflix and chilling and eating. And I have tried to sort of help out the key workers, though. I've been very mindful, actually, of the people that are still working and helping us. And I've done my bit for the bin men. What I've done is I've switched to boxed wine instead of bottled wine to help out their workload, so it's not so heavy. So you're welcome, lads. And I've been joining the clapping outside now and again, just like I'll look around and make sure when no one's looking and do a little bow, just for my own self-esteem. Because as comedians, we haven't got gigs anymore and we love the attention, right? So I've been looking for other ways to get attention. The other day I marked myself safe on Facebook in an earthquake in Greece, but I was in Matalan, do you know what I mean? But yeah, Matalan is, they count as key workers because they still sell motivational cushions. So yeah, how are you all getting on? I've been a bit worried about Slimming World. Anybody go to Slimming World? I've been lying about my weigh-ins. If you've never been, it's a support group for people who are obsessed with Muller Light yogurts, and you go and get weighed, talk about Muller Light yogurts for about an hour, and then you go to the chippy because you think I've got 10 days to sort this out, or 6 days or whatever it is. And yeah, everyone just is obsessed with Muller Lights. I mean, they're quite good. Nobody's panicked buying Muller Lights, by the way, so there's plenty left. They're quite good as well if you've been sitting in the garden and you get a bit of sunburn, bit of vanilla Muller Light, or on your chub rub. It's quite good for that. So I'm not sponsored by them. I should be sponsored by Pepperami, actually. I've got quite a lot of them going on. My mum been watching the daytime telly. I watch a lot of daytime telly normally because it's nice to have friends, isn't it, in the daytime. Ruth and Eamon, Phil and Holly, they're my mates. And the other day there was a top tip, and they said if you've got children at home and they're snacking a bit too much, what you can do is give them a little tuck shop and write all the products down and the prices. So you give them like £1 a day as their little pocket money, and then they get to spend the money. So if you put a packet of crisps, 30p, chocolate bar, 25p, and then they have to spend it, and then they can't overspend. And that's really good for budgeting. So it's homeschooling as well, and of course for helping them not snack too much. And my mum decided to take that on board, and she's priced up a Pepperami at 90p, so I'm a bit gutted. I'm 43, by the way, living with my mum, having a wonderful time. You're probably thinking, oh, she looks young, but it's because I haven't done this. You know, when you do this, oh, I don't know if you've ever been walking along texting and you've accidentally taken a selfie at waist height and you've not seen it until you look in your camera album and see. Like that, because that's not a good look, is it? We don't do that. I mean, when I take a photo, I'm like, hi, I'm so young, but then suddenly it's like, oh. But can I just say, ladies, I don't want to ruin anyone's sex life, but when we go on top in the bedroom, the accidental selfie is what they're seeing. I know we think we look sexy because the boobs are there, but behind the boobs they see. So next time, missionary, or wear a scarf. Do you know what I mean? It's the best way. I must go soon. I mean, I've got so much to do. I've got another snack to eat. It's been an hour. But I hope you're all staying safe, and I hope you're all feeling loved and doing well, and enjoying the time that we have to be proactive. I mean, I've done bugger all. All I've done is gain weight, but you know, it'll all be okay. It'll all be alright in the end. I'm actually getting a bit sweaty now. I'm 43, so I get a bit sweaty under my armpits. I've got to tell you a story. When back in real life, when we used to go out, do you remember that? I had this satin top on and I was doing a gig and I got sweaty under my boobs, right? And I noticed I had 2 wet patches here, and I went into the loo and I'm trying to dab at it with a toilet roll, but it wasn't working. But I noticed they had a Dyson Airblade hand dryer. Do you know those ones? And I had this wet patch here and I thought, oh, that looks about the right shape. You know, you can just pop them in. And It did go a bit wrong, but I did dry the top and met some lovely firemen. So it was all right in the end. Anyway, thanks for listening. You take care.
They win. Yes, people! That was a fantastic Suzy Bennett. Give it up for Suzy Bennett. And if you would like to buy Suzy a bottle of wine, you can donate via our PayPal down here. Let's give the woman what she wants. So yes, fabulous. Brilliant stuff from Suzy Bennett. We've got loads coming up. I was just thinking, first of all, shout out to any NHS and key workers out there. I was outside before this show doing the clap for carers with my neighbours. But the funny thing is that on a Friday morning is when the recycling happens. So we were all creeping out of the houses with our buckets of absolute shame, our recycling buckets. I have to say, shout out to Auntie and Sean, who I know watch this show. You fucking alcoholics, man. Like, I'm worried about you. I'm joking, they're smashing it. Doing a wonderful job looking after 3 children. Absolutely smashed off their tits 24/7. So well done, Andy and Sean. You absolutely put me to shame this week. So I was thinking to myself, what have I been doing this week? Oh, I tell you what I've been doing this week, which you're going to love. I've been making playlists. Yes! And this is what happens when you get to your 30s. Please back me up, people. I have started making loads of UK garage playlists, and I'm taking pride in this. Pop in the comments box, who are your favourite UK garage stars? Absolutely, I think it's not very cool UK garage. I'm a big fan of Mystique. Remember them? Mystique! Alicia Dixon. Obviously, I suppose. Please also comment if you think Alicia Dixon is the luckiest bitch in show business. She is now judging other people's talents when her main talent was going, that's what she sounds like. And also, I think else was another good one, the king himself, Craig David. Follow that man on Instagram, can I just say, because he posts topless pictures. Dads, in fact, you will want to follow him as well, but he's that hot. He's that hot that you'll want a little perv when you're doing the night feeds too. Don't pretend you don't. I have to say, it was better times back then, wasn't it? Craig David and Mystique, and because I don't know who any of the singers are anymore. Back in the days of UK Garage, they would just tell you who it was. It'd just be like, Craig David. It's Craig David. Oh God, it's that fucking noisy cunt Alicia Dixon. You know, they would just tell you who it was. Craig David. My favourite thing about Craig David, right, was when I was at school, we had this biology teacher called Mrs. Gray Davis. Shout out, Mrs. Gray Davis, if you're watching, and you could just imagine how that woman got absolutely terrorised. Every time she turned her out on the board, someone would go, it was so good. It was so good. I actually saw her at the gym. Do you remember gyms when they were still open? We didn't have to pretend to enjoy doing PE with Joe motherfucking Wicks. I saw her at the gym, and I just couldn't help myself. I was on the cross trainer, and I saw her, and I thought, you've got to do it. You've got to do it. So I went, and bless her little heart. She was like, what year is this? So big shout out to you, Mrs. Gray Davis. I'm going to read out some of your comments. We have got a lot of hate for Paw Patrol. Holla! What's going on? Lara Dobbs, hate Paw Patrol. Let's get my phone up so I'm not kind of just looking into my phone on the table. It's quite rude. You're also here. I'm going to forget there's other people in the world. Lara Dobbs, hate Paw Patrol. Watched the whole movie at the cinema. Went to see the cinema. Oh, Lara. I can't even imagine how bad that must have been for you. I mean, it really puts the pandemic into perspective, doesn't it? Because you had to go, hats off to you, at the cinema for my 2-year-old and now have newborn twins sleeping with me. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. What else have we got? Willow, my toddler has no idea that Paw Patrol exists. Fuck yeah, Willow, keep it that way. And luckily we can't go around people's houses to find out. Oh, well, perks of the pandemic. Yeah, lots of hate for Paw Patrol on here. What's going on? Mrs. Gray Davis. Oh, Adrienne Simpson. Another Newsted girl knows Mrs. Gray Davis. Oh, well, that joke was just for you. I mean, it wasn't, but it is now. So let's see what else is going on. We've had some very, very kind donations. Let me just see who we've got. Thank you so much to Neil, who's donated a tenner. Thank you, Neil. That's so kind of you. Shari has donated £10. Adrienne, shout out, fellow Newsted girl Adrienne has donated £10. Blair has donated £5. Thank you all so much. If you're having a good time, Please donate. Let's buy these comedians a drink or maybe a little takeaway. So, ladies and gentlemen, please do keep commenting with what sort of music you're popping on your lockdown playlist. Give me some tips, and I'll shout you out. Whoop, whoop. Do we want more comedy? I believe I heard you say yes, very quietly. Yes, you're correct. We should have more comedy. My best friend, Alyssa Kyria, is our next act. She is our mum on lockdown, and she is reporting live just for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, please start some clapping at home quietly enough to not wake your children. And welcome, Alyssa Kyria.
Thanks, Carly. Miss you, wifey. Hello, everybody. I know you look at me thinking, something's different about her. Has she shaved her beard? Yes, I have. Just special treat for you on Thursday nights. I hope you're liking the new look. Just wanted to illustrate that this is going to be me. If you stay with us for the next few weeks of lockdown, which I hope you will. It is a bit because I can't find my particular hair dye on the internet anywhere. But it's also the homeschooling. The 50,000 meals plus snacks that I've got to cook every day. It's this move, which I do most of the day. Mum, I call it the mum squat. Do this a lot, and you'd think I'd have buns of steel, but I think it's the fact that I keep getting a biscuit when I come back from the kitchen every time that's stopping that from happening. Sorry, Joe Wicks. Okay, so it's not this bad yet, but I just wanted to let you know where things are going, okay? Because already I've got a bit of a Grombra situation going on, a little halo. I've got a grey low, if you will. And yeah, it's happening. It's real. Lockdown is officially turning me grey. Is that happening for you guys? How are you? How's your week been? Are your family driving you bonkers? If they are, I have come out with something this week that I think will help you. I've now implemented in my house on a Saturday social distancing Saturdays. Oh, it's so fun. So on a Saturday, everyone in my house has to stay 2 meters the fuck away from me. I'm carrying around this tape measure. And if they get within a 2 metre vicinity, they're breaking the rules of social distancing Saturdays. Social distancing saves mums is in my house, and dads is flexible. It's flexible, and it just makes you be able to drink your wine in peace. Social distancing Saturdays. Try it at home. My darling Diva Lola has been particularly diva-ish this week. She's carrying on with her sticker system. I mentioned that to Carly last week, that we've been giving her stickers every day, like blatant bribery, for good behaviour. But she then has responded by giving us stickers every day for who wins the Best Parent Award every day, which is continuing, and we're actually letting that happen. I don't know why. I think we're just so tired and delirious. We're just going on with it. But another classic moment this week is Lola asked my husband what an ultimatum was, and he tried to explain it to her and said, give it a go. What do you think? And, do your own ultimatum. And she said, give me chocolate or I'll kill you. Fucking terrifying, but I was also very proud because she nailed it. She nailed the ultimatum, didn't she? But I don't want to let you guys down by getting all positive about things in lockdown. So I do. I've been thinking about things that have been annoying me in lockdown. Just for you guys, I love Thursday nights. By the way, can I just say I've got myself a bit dressed up for you, put on a bit of slap. I just feel like I'm on a night out with my friends because I consider you guys watching at home, my friends. So thank you so much for watching. You're so lovely. So things have been annoying me. Have you found that you feel like you have to be more social with people since lockdown than before? Like, there's people that I haven't spoken to for 10 years asking me to play online bingo. Every night, there's a Zoom quiz that I should be at. I should be at one right now. I don't even like quizzes. I've never liked quizzes. But now, in order to talk to my own family, I've got to answer questions on 1950s pop music. My family are like, oh, let's do a virtual cocktail making class. Let's do Zoomioke. Let's learn a TikTok dance. What's that? TikTok dance? Let's learn a TikTok dance. I'm like, can't we just have a chat? Can't we just have a chat? And I've seen more of my family since lockdown than before. Well, I say see them. I see parts of them, like I see their chins, and I see their foreheads, and I see my mum's ear quite a lot. Hello? Can you hear me? Yes, mum. Yes, mum. Bless her. So yeah, that's annoying me. Another thing that is annoying me is all the effort, I don't know if you guys have this, that I go to set nice things, do nice things, days for the kids, and they're just not interested. They don't give a shit. They're not bothered. And like when the weather was nice, I thought, great weather. Let's have a pool party. So I got out the shitty paddling pool from last year, disgusting, scrubbing it clean on my hands and knees. Got out the hose like I'm wrestling with a snake. Carted buckets of hot water from the kitchen to the paddling pool and back again, in and out of the house like some kind of 19th century midwife. Hot water towels. Sorted out the garden, made it look all nice, got some snacks, pool party, woo, put some music on. Kids came out, dipped their toes in the paddling pool, decided it was too cold, had a couple of strawberries and fucked off. I don't know why I keep doing it, but I do. I keep doing it. I think it's like some kind of thing that I just want to be like, oh, I'm nailing lockdown. I'm a mum nailing lockdown. I'm being a really great lockdown mum. I don't know what this thing is with mums, and I don't know, dads, if you get this, but I feel like with mums, it's this kind of feeling like you have to be perfect and you have to do all these amazing things, and the pressure you put on yourself is just ridiculous. And I do it, and I wish I didn't. But I think it started like when I first joined my first ever parenting WhatsApp group. Are you guys members of any parenting WhatsApp groups, like for school or nursery or baby groups or whatever? I'm a member of loads. I'm a complete WhatsApp group slut. I get added to loads and I never leave, and I just mute them until I fancy popping in for a bit of action anytime. Total slutty WhatsApp behaviour. But they're all going off. All the WhatsApp groups are going off in lockdown. Memes flying around the place. Questions flying around the place like, oh, what are you guys doing for homeschooling? And that question always cues hundreds of pictures of their child's artwork. And you're forced to go, oh my God, it's amazing. She's so talented. When you're actually thinking, what is that shit? If my kid did that, I wouldn't send it around a WhatsApp group. I'd throw it in the bin. So many questions flying around the WhatsApp group. Oh, how long is this going to go on for? When are the schools reopening? Who wants to come to AA with me after this is over? That was me actually asking that question, and no one's replied, weirdly. But my first ever WhatsApp group, it's made me think about this during lockdown, was the NCT WhatsApp group that I joined. I don't know if you guys know what NCT is. If you don't, NCT is basically a middle-class dating service for mums-to-be. I was just going to do the local prenatal at the local hospital, but my husband was like, oh no, darling, no. Let's pay £300 and buy you some nice friends. Doesn't actually talk like that. I think he's watching upstairs, so hi, darling. Hope you like that little impression. But I did NCT. We paid our £300 and I did meet some nice friends. And we joined a WhatsApp group. And it just all got a bit competitive from the get-go, really. And it was normally about who'd had the least sleep. So like someone would chime in, oh, Amy was up 4 times last night, sad face emoji. And I'd be like, all right, it's on. Lola had actually slept through the night before, but through's not important right now. It's winning. Oh, I feel your pain, I'd say, because that's what you've got to do with parenting friends. You can't be overly competitive. You have to say things like, I feel your pain. Lola was up 6 times last night. Sad face emoji, zombie emoji, boom. And then it all kicks off. Daniel was up 8 times last night. Sad face emoji, I hate my life. But then Jacob's mum comes in and blows us all out of the water. Jacob has the shits. Up all night. Sad face emoji, gun to sad face emoji, and a picture of herself covered in poo. But I feel like the competitiveness and mum-upmanship, as I like to call it, has just got worse as Lola's got older and as I've become sort of, a bit further on in the parenting journey. And along this journey, I have met a certain type of mum that I want to sing you a little song about before I go. And that's the smug mum. And I think you all know the sort of mum I mean. She's the mum that if you send her a video of your baby sitting up for the first time, she will send you a video of her baby running a half marathon. That's, yeah, the smug mum. So I'm going to sing you a song. I'm going to go a cappella again because YouTube will mute me otherwise. So I'm going to go a little bit straight, a little bit cool. So brace yourselves. A smug is a mum who thinks she mums better than anybody else mums. Always baking vegan muffins, looking down on your nuggets. So, no, I don't want your muffin. Yes, I bet they're gluten-free. And oh, you grow your own quinoa. Stop patronising me. No, I don't want no smug. A smug mum can't get a play date with this. I'm looking at a perfect fam on her Instagram. Well, I'm covered in piss. No, don't tell me, smug, how your baby sleeps through every single night. All mine does is cry. No, I don't want your advice, thanks. My baby takes a step, so I send Smug a text, and she tells me her baby's doing backflips. I wind the bobbin up, Smug says that's not enough. My baby prefers Shakespeare. So, yes, I love Inzia Winston. No, my baby can't read. No, I didn't read your blog. Oh, I tried, but I fell asleep. No, I don't want no Smug. Her blog is called #NoPainRelief. She gave birth naturally on a bed of leaves. Bitch, please. Smug hates formula. She breastfed her baby till he was 23. He still loves booby. Now he's at uni. Oh, you're bottle feeding. Poor baby. Oh, yes, Smug. I'm talking to you. Ense, we prefer Chekhov. Oh, yes, Smug. I'm talking to you. I'm relaxed and my baby's relaxed. Relax on this, bitch. Everyone at Baby Group hates you. Running here and there in your activewear. Oh, no. I don't want. Now, everyone join in with this last chorus. Raise your babies, raise your drinks. Let's clap along. I don't want no smug. A smug mum can't get a play date with this. I'm looking at a perfect fam on her Instagram. Well, I'm covered in piss. No, don't tell me, smug, how your baby sleeps through every fucking night. All mine does is cry. No, I don't know why. Pass the wine. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You guys have been absolutely gorgeous. As always, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I've had a last time, so that's nice, isn't it? But I'm going to send you back live to your fabulous host in the studio. It's the amazing Go Wild for Carly Smallman! Woo!
Yes, come on, people. Give it up for co-founder of Bring Your Own Baby Comedy with me, my bestie pal, Alyssa Kyria. Whoop, whoop, whoop. If you enjoyed her set, you can find her on Instagram at The Funny Mummy. She posts loads of really funny things about what her and her daughter are up to on lockdown. And if you really enjoyed her set, please, for the love of God, donate. That poor woman, she needs someone to buy her some hair dye. She's starting to look like an old... Do you know what? When she had that wig on, I thought she was going to take off the wig and it was going to be the same hair underneath. For the love of God, please help Alyssa get some hair dye. So I'm just being a bitch because I'm a bit smug. Do you remember how last week I had facial hair? Well, I got some Veet wax strips. Hang on, I've got quite bad skin and spots, but no moustache. Spots, no moustache. It's a little trade-off. They're just hormone spots. Fuck them. Who cares? So if you enjoyed Alyssa, please do donate via PayPal. It's scrolling underneath me. And if you really, really enjoyed her stuff, she is going to be back with us, keeping us updated on her lockdown escapades. So subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you guys along for more hijinks and japes. Let's give you a few shout outs. What's going on? Okay. We've got a few debates about the clapping emoji versus the washing hands emoji. I didn't even know there was a washing hands emoji. We've got lots of love for Alyssa's nice grombre. It's the upcoming style for lockdown. We have got, Mark Clune again. Hello, Mark. Welcome back. It's nice to have you watching again. He's putting out one of the best UK garage tracks of all time, DJ Luck and MC Nate. This one, with a little bit of luck, we can make it through tonight. With a little... Do anyone know what they're saying when they go like, I don't want to wait it down, I don't want to wait it down, I don't want to, like, what are they saying? I'm not, do you know what? And I'm not going to fucking Google the lyrics before you ask me to. I could just Google the lyrics. No, I'm going to go, if any of you know by heart what they're saying, please get in the comment box. I really need to be educated on this. Becky Hughes. Hi, Becky Hughes. She wants to do a shout out. Let's do this. Shout out to Tunbridge NCT mamas. Sorry, Emma, all two Emmas. Dom, Morwenna, Jenny, and Nicola keeping each other sane with our 8 months old in lockdown. Oh man, hello NCT crew, all the way from Tunbridge. So lots of love for Alyssa, loads of clapping. Speaking of UK Garage, I just wanted to tell you one of my favourite claims to fame before I ruin your headline act. So do you remember a UK Garage DJ called DJ EZ? You're right, remember him? DJ EZ, remember him? Anyway, DJ EZ fingered my friend Fiona in the DJ booth at the Bell in Bromley, which for all of you literature fans out there is actually mentioned in Pride and Prejudice. Not the fingering, the pub itself. No one was being fingered during Pride and Prejudice. Anyway, he fingered her in the DJ booth. And I always thought it'd be really nice to be fingered by a DJ, wouldn't it? It would be like absolute dream come true for Fiona. And this was back in the day when it was just completely acceptable for 16-year-old girls to go underage into clubs and get fingered by tiny, short, weird DJs. And this just shows how much times have changed. I'm so happy about the whole hashtag Me Too thing and how women are calling out this sort of thing. But back then, oh my God, it was different times. She came back from the DJ booth and was like, oh my God, guys, just been fingered by DJ EZ. And we were like, oh my God, we are so proud of you. I'm 34 years old now. I'm fucking proud of her to this day being fingered by him. Proud of you to this day, babe. I'll tell you what, I fucking bought her a Bacardi Breezer. Yes, I did. I bought her a Bacardi Breezer with my paper round money. That is how much I respected her and her lovely vagina. So congrats to you and a big high five to you if you're watching. Another Newstead girl, Adrienne, another Newstead girl. So maybe you knew her too. Right, ladies and gentlemen, enough talk about fingering. Do you remember that from the past before we didn't all hate our husbands? Do you remember that? Fingering when you used to let someone near you. Anyway, none of that on lockdown. In fact, lock it down. Lock it down. Nothing till we get out of here, okay, people? Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an absolutely brilliant headline act. Remember, if you're having a good time, please subscribe to our channel. Please donate via PayPal. Our headline act is one of my very, very favourite comedians out there on the circuit. His name is Carl Donnelly. He's won a gazillion awards. He's one of the best comics out there. And I'm so excited that he agreed to do our show this evening. So let's get some clapping going and welcome to your screens, Carl.
Hey everyone, Carl Donnelly here, comedian, soon to be father. I think that's why I've been picked to do a bring your own baby gig. And that my wife, who's in the front room, I've been banished to the bedroom for this, is currently expecting our first child. And when I say currently, I mean she's due in 8 weeks, 2 months, 8 weeks. So it's proper, you know, we're in the sort of, the real nesting stage. She's in quite a funny, I keep catching her eating funny snacks at funny times. Last night, genuinely true, 5 a.m. I woke up and she wasn't in the bed next to me. Got up to go to the toilet. She was having a crumpet at 5 a.m. A night crumpet, mate. That is toast. I'd sort of be like, all right, that's allowed. But you know, crumpets definitely have a window, don't they? I'd say a crumpet is a 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. snack. That's the crumpet window. She's gone, nope, I'm having a night crumpet at 5 a.m. That's we're in that phase. I'll show you something quite funny actually. Excuse the hat, but this is currently a little working doll we're using for testing things. I bought that for a photo shoot for the Edinburgh Fringe, which is sadly no longer happening. And I now just have the doll, and I drew a little tash on it so it looked a bit like me. The vegan hat was just a new development, but we're currently testing. You know, I bought a vintage pram because I'm an idiot, and we're sort of testing, pushing it around in that, which is quite fun. I'm looking forward to having a summer baby because I am a winter child. I was born like just early January, mate. That's the worst. You know, being born in the summer is so nice when it's all sunny and you can go outdoors. Obviously, ironically, that is currently not the case. But you know, I always found growing up talking to people like my mates who were born in the summer, and they'd be moaning about not getting like the present they wanted. And I felt like Bane talking to them people, man. Just like, you know, just sitting there sort of feeling like they adopted the darkness, you know what I mean? I was born in it. But it's been an interesting time, you know, doing like, sort of coming to the, you know, the business end of my wife's pregnancy. Because we've been quite, we did IVF. That's not, you know, she's cool with me talking about this, even though it's very personal. I think it's quite good to talk about because, you know, I didn't know anything about IVF until we went into the process. And I genuinely, this is going to sound kind of gross, obviously a man's role in the creation of a baby is crucial, but also let's not, you know, pretend that we've got too much to do with it. We essentially just go and then just wait until it comes out and then we can get back involved. So with IVF, if you'd have said to me, like, to take a guess, how does IVF work? I probably would have said, I've got to like jizz in a pot and then, you know, if she has to do a handstand or something, I'll just sort of pour it in. But it turns out it's actually quite a lot of work, mainly for her. I felt bad, man. Honestly, she had to go on this month-long cocktail of drugs, injections, you know, it's proper, you know, invasive stuff. And genuinely, my role in the whole IVF procedure was to wank once, which, you know, I don't think it would shock anyone if I told you that I was probably going to be doing one in that period anyway. And it was such a weird experience because, like, basically what it created was this scenario where I was helpful, I'm supporting her, you know, I'm like, I'm trying to be great. And then ultimately the culmination of it was that I've just got to go and knock one out. And the hospital we did it in, they were great. It's a Wolfson clinic in West London. I've had friends who've done IVF, and all the guys have said to me, well, two things actually. One, some people have been like, oh, did your partner get to go in with you to do the sample? And I didn't even know that was an option, man. Our place didn't. Our place was like, no, go in here and fucking knock one out. You know, it felt really like it was almost like it was a shameful thing to do. But the other one was male friends of mine have said, "Oh, did you get to put it in the hatch?" I thought, "What's the hatch?" And basically, they said the hospitals they were at, you could do your sample. I don't know, I was acting it out. It's gross, but you do your sample and then you just go and put it through this little privacy hatch, so you never actually really engage with people around. No one sees you with it. Mine, they were a bit more sort of free and like, hey man, you know, we're just creating babies here. So in this clinic, I just had to knock one out and then just walk really sort of confidently through a busy waiting room and hand it to another human being. Like, it looked like I'd just come back from the bar with like a shot or something, and then just hand it to a person that's just come out. It's like there's a warm cup of right. But what I found really funny, I've done a sperm sample once before in my life, and I used to have a routine about it, because it also ended up being quite strange. But I was living in Sussex and I had to drop a sperm. I had to do a sperm sample. The doctor gave me the pot and said, do it at home. And they said, or do it at the hospital if the timings don't work. And I went, what do you mean? And they were like, well, you know, it's got to be with the lab within 30 minutes of it coming out of your body. And I was like, that is impossible, mate. It's like a 30-minute drive. You know, that's a clean, no traffic drive. So I tried to work out what to do. I was like, I don't want to masturbate in a hospital toilet. And I had a motorbike at the time, and I thought, I'll nail it on the bike, mate. I'll do it in 20 minutes. So I just then realised I was going to have to, I didn't have time to do my sample and then get all my bike gear on. And so I thought, right, I'm going to have to masturbate in full motorbike gear, which isn't the end of the world, but I was worried, like, what if I'm into it? Imagine finding out you're into some creepy, freaky stuff about, like, by accident, you know what I mean? So, anyway, I did it. I got my stuff on, did the sample, rode, dropped it off, no problems at all. But I remember riding back and I suddenly had this sort of moment of awareness where I was like, I've never ridden my bike more sensibly in my life, mate. Not that I was ever reckless, but, you know, that's part of the fun of riding a bike, is you can like, zing around when I had that sample on me, man, I was just like, I could have taught lessons in motorbike riding. And I realised it's because you don't want to crash in it. More than ever, you don't want to crash. Normally, you don't want to. When you've got a sort of pot of your own semen in your pocket, mate, imagine crashing and that just smashing all over you and you're just found dead at the end of the side of the road, just covered in jizz. Anyway, back to the actual more recent IVF clinic. So I got given my pot. You know, my wife's gone through all the stuff, man. Now is my time for the one thing I've got to do. Pressure, but you know, it's not as hard as what she went through. I walked towards the rooms. There's two men's rooms. They're called men's rooms. It feels quite weird actually, because obviously there's, you know, I'll explain, but when you go in, there's probably all sorts of different people now doing IVF, so they felt very like old school. And I went in men's room 1, mate. As I was about to walk in, I remember thinking, hang on, what am I going to sort of use for inspiration? Because you know, I can't watch something grotty. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to create a baby watching horrendous pornography. It'd be such a horrible story. You know, like most parents might have a nice story in it when a kid's 17 and goes, "How was I made?" They'll be like, "Oh, you know, well, me and your mother were in, I don't know, Malta on holiday, and you know, it was our anniversary, and that was the night you were created." What can I say? If I say, "Oh, you know, well, your mother was under general anaesthetic in the other room, and I went into a little dirty room and watched some absolute fucking rot, mate." So I was walking into the room all nervous, like, "Oh, now, hang on, I'm in a weird headspace. What am I going to watch?" And then I thought, let's just see what they have on offer, innit? And I went in, and there was no like porn mags. Like I thought that might be like old school, innit? There was a little telly on the wall. They'd put it on standby, and the control to turn it on was on like the pillow of the bed. And I was like, I ain't touching that control for all the money in the world, man. I know what goes on in this place. And then I looked around, and there was pictures on the wall, 2 pictures, quite high up, so the angle was quite sort of, you know, it'd be difficult. You'd have to stand. You couldn't lie on the bed and look at them. This would be like, if you're looking at these, mate, you are knocking one out, standing in the middle of the floor, looking upwards. And I laughed, man, when I saw what the pictures were, because obviously they've got to cater to the 2 ends of what they think is the sort of sexual spectrum, innit? If you're not into this, you've got to be into this, because these are your only 2 options, right? So they've got limited wall space, so they've gone, right, let's go pretty safe here, and let's just chuck a little curveball at me. So I looked at the first one. I remember looking at it in order. First one I looked at, and it was a black and white photograph of a naked woman on her knees, looking up at like the heavens. I remember it was quite sort of like, yeah, have a look at this. It's quite a sort of aggressive stance she had. I looked at that and I was like, ugh, it felt like a sort of poster you'd pull out of like a loaded magazine in the 90s. So I was like, I don't really think that's for me. I think I'm a bit more twee than that. And I just scanned to this picture to see what it was. And this is absolutely true. It was a black and white painting of, black and white. It was a watercolour painting of Victorian women frolicking in Hampstead ponds. Like proper Victorian, just swimming, all in like them weird long-legged costumes. And I just remember thinking, what do they think men are? Do you know what I mean? They think we're either like a 90s mechanic or a fucking Victorian pervert hiding in a bush going, "Swim for me." It was very strange. You'd be glad to know I didn't use either of them. Just went for the old 4G on my mobile, mate. Anyway, there's some little tales of IVF for you. It's been fine, actually. It turns out I'm actually mad enough that I can just talk one way without any response. I've always thought the thing I love about comedy is the response from an audience. Turns out I just like having a one-way conversation. Hope everyone's doing all right with the lockdown. You know, check in, keep in touch if you want to find out how the baby, you know, what it's like when it comes out in lockdown. I'm sure it'll be fun. But we're going to have a good time. Anyway, take it easy, everyone. And bye. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, give it up for the absolutely hilarious Carl Donnelly! Whoop, whoop, whoop. We love Carl. Carl, thank you so much for coming and doing the show. If you enjoyed his set, please do consider donating to our PayPal so that we can get him a drink or two. And if you really, really loved him, you can find him on Instagram. He's at Carl Donnelly, and he does a really brilliant podcast called Two Vegan Idiots. I've listened to it. It's not just about being a vegan. It's really funny. So that could be something to stop you from being bored one afternoon. It's absolutely brilliant. Right. Some more shout outs. I want to say thank you personally to everyone who has donated, as well as the people who donated earlier. I want to say thank you to Mark, to another Mark, Kathy, Emma, Catriona, Karen. Who else is it? Oh, and also, this is a big one. Thank you so much to Chris, who is Elisa's gardener, who has donated £40. Thank you so much. I am saving up for a large bottle of gin currently, so thank you so much for donating that. And we're coming to the end of the show, so thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed me talking about fingering, you can find me on Instagram at Carly Smallman. It's not like an account about fingering or anything. It's just a general normal Instagram account where I don't ever mention fingering. Please do follow me on there. You can find Bring Your Own Baby across social media on Instagram and Facebook. If you had a brilliant time, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are back here every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Next week, we have an absolutely brilliant show coming up for you. I'm going to be back, definitely not talking about fingering. Alyssa will be back giving us her lockdown updates. And we're also going to be joined by Anna Morris and Joe Bohr, who are two fantastic comedians who we're really excited to have on the show. Thank you again for watching. Please do tell your friends. We'd love to get more viewers, but you guys have been absolutely brilliant viewers. So please make sure that they are up to your standards. So thank you very much. My name is Carly Smallman. This has been Lockdown Laughs for Parents. Good night and have a great week, and we'll see you in a week's time. Mwah. Goodbye.